I'm the wind blowing through your hair.
I am the shadow at the moon at night, filling your dreams and your brain with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we go home, everyone hears the pumpkin song. Hi guys, I have a special guest today, God. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Artist Moon here with another video for you, and this video topic is going to be about Ouija boards. If you don't know what a Ouija board is, if you live in Bikini Bottom and you live under Patrick's Rock and you don't know what a Ouija board is, I'm gonna let you know. A Ouija board is basically a spirit board that was very popular in the 80s and 90s. Like my mom and my aunties used to play it like at parties and sleepovers just to contact their dead and be spooky. I'm gonna tell you about my Ouija board experiences.
I think you should experience it. You always say I want to experience things, but I don't think you actually want to experience things because you would experience it if you wanted to experience things.
And anyone who ever tells, like, any other YouTuber I see always talk about a Ouija board, they always say like, don't play it. I highly recommend you don't play it. I'm not gonna tell you that because you're probably gonna do it anyway. So you can play the Ouija board. I mean, I even built a Ouija board from my own hands for somebody. I built it out of cardboard, I wrote down the numbers, I built the own planchette, and it was cute. I made the planchette look like a little third eye, like a triangle, kind of like a pyramid sort of deal like that. It was cute. It was cunt. We decided to go on this dirt road by a friend's house. We're gonna call this friend Mexican. And we're gonna call my other friend Native. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we were just kind of beside the woods on the dirt road, and we were just conducting the spirit board session. Yeah, so we were playing it and nothing really happened. Like, I had the camera set up, the light was on, we were asking questions, nothing was really happening. I might have felt some things, or I was, at least because I was playing it, I might have tricked my brain into wanting to sense those things. So I was sensing them, you know what I mean? Like the placebo effect. And so I was just like, maybe this place doesn't just have like a lot of spiritual activity. Because the only thing we're probably getting is like ghost deer, and I don't know if they know how to speak English. So I was like, you know what, let's go to Sumter, my auntie. I was like, let's go to her house, but I'm not gonna tell her that I'm there. We're just gonna go in the backyard, just sneak around in the backyard. I'm gonna let my cousin know I'm there, but I'm not gonna let her know I'm there because I already know she's gonna be like, what are you doing? I went to her backyard with her friends. It's a long journey. We're all excited because the things that I know about my family in their past and just how haunted that area was, like, I knew something was gonna pop off. I just knew it. I had the gut feeling. There was no way nothing was gonna happen. So at first, I wanted to be respectful. I wanted to be like, hey, so I don't have any of this on film, by the way. I know, I hear it. Oh, so when a Ouija board work and you don't decide to record it, boop, bye. Yes, that's what happened, but okay, listen. Just listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Okay, anyway. So, I wanted to be respectful at first. I just wanted to start it working, and then as soon as we're like in the middle of it, I wanted to get my camera out and record then, because I feel like once we were in the middle of it, you know, things would still happen. Like, you know, just in case you're a little camera shy. But anyway, so I was like, I didn't bring my camera out. It was just us. It was just gonna be us, because I actually asked in the Ouija board, I was like, now can I bring my camera out and can I record? It said no. So we started, you know, playing the Ouija board, you know, rubbing it around, like going around in 2 circles. We kind of went into more circles just to get the board a little energized, just to have some fluid motion. We introduced ourselves, we introduced what the board does, like this is yes, this is no, this is maybe so. And then you go through all the letters with the planchette, and it's like, this is how we will communicate, and these are the numbers if you need them. And then whenever we want to end the session, we're going to say goodbye. You know, you spin it around twice and you say goodbye. Listen. Okay, so we started playing and it started moving, and you know how it is with the Ouija board. You're gonna be like, you're moving it, you're moving it, and then, you know, I actually started seeing people like lift. I started seeing me, Native and Mexican, we were all like lifting our fingers up, and we were like, you know, actually, no one's actually moving this. Like, and then when our fingers would be completely off, obviously the board would stop, but I let them know, do not take your fingers off the planchette. Because once you take your fingers off the planchette without saying goodbye, you could open some shit that you don't fucking know. I did not take my fingers completely off. I just kind of hovered and lightly touched it. I made sure I was still touching it. And I saw that's what Native and Mexican were doing too. They're doing the same things. So I was like, all right, so this is real. I let my friend know about this time when I was younger that I got molested by whatever. So my friend asked that question because she was just very curious, and I was like, oh, why are you asking that question? I want to know that. So she was just like, Native. And Native was like, are you the thing that like molested me? And it was like, yes. And I was like, okay, that's great. I really wanted to know that. And then she asked a question, and she was just like, do you like him? Like, what is going on? And it was like, yes. And I was like, I'm uncomfortable. Like, what? Who are you? And it was like, it's a slave, and, you know, it's a woman, and the initials were like, I forgot the initials, but it was like 3 initials, and I was like, that was very vague. Like, we were just asking it a bunch of questions, and then this is the part where I messed up. This is the part when I invited it into my life. I got scared. Showing fear to a Ouija board is just something you really don't want to do, especially the fear that I showed, because then it was like spelling out D. Okay, I'm with D. Then it went to E. And then I was like, yeah, I really don't really care what this thing has to say, because if that shit said demon, I was out of there. I was gone. I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna let it try to get to M, because the way it was moving, I was like, yeah, it's about to go to M. It's not even, it passed A. It's not dead, which my friend Mexican thought I was gonna say. It was like, dead. I was like, all you could come up with, girl. I thought that shit was about to say demon. So I was like, maybe we should go. And I packed up and I left. And then my cousin texted me, and she was like, are you still here? Because she got super scared because there was no one there. And she was like, I walked outside and y'all weren't there because I was going to join y'all guys. And then I was like, oh, my bad, girl. Like, I just had to get out of Dodge, which is a bad thing. Do not show fear. Do not pack up. Do not run. Do not tuck your tail in between your legs and start running from something that you still have no clue about. You want to be confident. You want to be cool. You want to be respectful when you're playing the Ouija board. Which, you're confident, cool, and respectful. I was excited because, you know, you're gonna have that excitement. You're gonna have that kind of nervous excitement energy. You can't help that because it's working. So you're just like, whoa, like, this shit's real. It's like a confirmation to all that has happened in your life, or that you have thought, the shadows coming from the side of your glance. It's just like, it puts so much more proof into that existence of that metaphysical reality that we can't see. Well, you know, maybe we can't see, but, you know, we're taught that we couldn't see it, so why would we? So we packed up and we booked it, or I booked it because I was driving, and I was just like, yeah, we're good. And I kept the Ouija board because the Ouija board was actually a gift from my friend who had it, and she said it worked for her. Like, she said she was playing it with her auntie in their living room, and it started moving, and they're like, psych, and they locked it up and never played it again. And that's actually who I got the Ouija board from. So I actually got it from a friend. I actually didn't purchase it myself. Like, my name wasn't on the receipt. Like, I didn't purchase it, so it's not, well, it was mine since I took it from her. Like, she didn't even sell it to me. She was just like, here, be careful with it. Do what you need to do. I'm just like, okay. So after that happened, this is where the occurrences started happening. I remember when I was laying in bed and I was just sleeping, and I was kind of like in that half sleep, half like, I was drifting off basically. I was like going into the deep sleep phase. And then all of a sudden, like, I felt something behind me, and I was wearing short shorts at the time. I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm not about to be wearing pants. I'm not trying to like die of heat exhaustion in my own bed. So I had on like super short shorts. They were very flowy, like very free, you know, and I had like on like a little t-shirt or something. I was sleeping. There was no covers on me. It was a little toasty in there, so I slept without the covers. And then I just felt something like literally just latch onto my back and then grab me. And for a second, I couldn't breathe. I was just like, oh my God, like, what is going on? I thought I was having sleep paralysis, but I've had sleep paralysis before, like many times. I feel like I'm an expert at getting out of it now. I'm just like, fuck, no, wiggle them toes, wiggle them fingers, and I'm out of it. It might take a second, but I'm out of it. But I've had sleep paralysis multiple times. And it could be explained scientifically or it could be paranormal. You never know, because you just never know. But, or maybe you do know, but you just deny yourself that truth. Who knows? But yeah. So it was a different sleep paralysis because I was on my stomach, and then all of a fucking sudden, I just felt something going up my fucking shorts. Like, and it started hurting, like it felt like an actual fucking penis, like going up inside. And I already wasn't about that. I was actually watching The Real, and they were doing the segment on ghosts and stuff. And I remember Lonnie Love was like, yeah, one time a ghost got up on me. I had sleep paralysis, and I was like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And then Tamara also said that, her little Christian self said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And then what really got me was, you know the little cord on your adapter to your phone?
Yeah.
Y'all, no joke. I remember being afraid because the doors were slamming that I turned on a little light so I can see my phone and stuff. So I saw this clearly. I remember waking up going, oh, and I remember looking at my phone and the cord, no joke, you guys went like this, like that. But you know what? You guys, I wasn't afraid. All I did was, because I was tired, number one, and I was tired of it, I remember waking up going, I'm not afraid of you, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You know the time?
And during this time, I was kind of battling whether I was Christian or whether I was not, because I'm gay. So being Christian is a conflict.
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus.
Point is that I got fucking butt raped by something I couldn't see. Like, and I was just like, oh fuck no, because I was just like, what if I get possessed? Like, I'm not fucking with this shit. Like, fuck that. Like, I can't see you. Like, I don't know who the hell you are. Like, you could be a fucking ogre. You could be Shrek, like, in a visible disguise. Like, I'm not trying to have sex with Shrek. Like, no. That's not the tea. That's not it. That will never be it. Like, I'm good, fam. Like, I'm good on having sex with things I can't see. No. So I said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And I just kept saying that over and over. And it finally let off. It finally let off slowly, and I was just like, God damn, thank goodness. And then it just kept happening. And then this time, I actually kind of invited it the next time. Because I was like, oh, maybe next time it would work. And then I tried it again, and it was just weird. And I was just like, this kind of isn't worth it. Like, it was weird. It was like, this is going to get real graphic, but like, I felt like it was just sitting on my hip, and it was like going at it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I'm good. It felt like a little mini me, and I was like, yeah, I'm alright. Like, please learn from my mistakes. Please don't do this. Please don't invite no incubus or succubus over unless you are into that, unless you are a freaky of the freaks. Like,
I did have sexy times with a ghost, and it was fun and erotic and spooky.
Yeah. So after a while, like, it did kind of stop after I was getting more into like spirituality. I was really getting more into like angels and spirit guides and our messengers and the light of the universe, but then also seeing and understanding the importance of the dark of the universe, like the duality, like not having one without the other. It's just what side you choose. Oh wait, I was like the moon just now. Total eclipse of the heart. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit lonely and come around. Tell me this don't look like an eclipse. So that was really my Ouija board experiences. And just nothing more than the Incubus coming and raping me. Or succubus, I forgot what it was. Incubus, succubus. Succubus is just a female version. Incubus is a male version. But yeah. But after that, also another weird occurrence happened when I had the Ouija board. I remember every time I would drive past a graveyard, I would always think the Ouija board was just, because I always thought there was still a portal there. Like once you play it, there's a portal there. It might be dormanted and not as active that you're not there, but like I feel like maybe like I thought like the Ouija board was like collecting spirits and stuff. So I was just like, I was very paranoid about that. And I did have an experience when I was sitting in the car. I was high as hell. You can confirm this is just me being high, but I remember I just looked out the river mirror and I just thought I saw like hundreds of ghost people just walking back and forth, like outside, like looking at my river mirror. I'm in the front, I'm kind of laying back and I kind of look and I'm like, what? If you're going to play the Ouija board, by all means, do what you need to do. You go find it online. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're in a good space. You're in a good space. You do it with people you love and you trust, and you come at it respectfully and you come at it open-minded. Those are the main rules. And there will be rules about like don't ask the Ouija board about religion. Don't ask it about all this blah 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 blah. And I can't really confirm or deny those rules. I have not looked up anyone's, circumstances on how that happened. Like how something bad happened from them asking those questions, and if there are still enough relevant sources that come through with that same argument not to say these certain things to the Ouija board. But I mean, if something says not to do it, I usually just don't do it. You can if you want, but not I said the goose. Tips on playing the Ouija board is that you want to go somewhere where you know is haunted, so you could just have that experience, or somewhere that you think is haunted. Doing it in a place where it's like in the middle of your room when you're not really sure nothing's like actually haunting there, you probably might not get anything. So just doing it in your room alone, like, no. Also, know that the Ouija board, whatever is talking to you, you cannot confirm or deny that it is what it say it is. So just take everything with a grain of salt when you're playing the Ouija board. Don't take everything so much as fact right away. Do not be like, if you don't do this, you suck or something. Like, don't tease it. You don't want people bullying and teasing you. Why would you then do it to something that you really cannot see or hit? Like, don't tease something that you can't see or hit, okay? And don't tease something that you can see or hit. Like, don't be rude, okay? Because you will get that same treatment back, okay? And you might get it tenfold. Don't do it. If you're starting to get like a really, really negative, like you just don't feel alright, like if you're starting to feel sick playing the Ouija board, end it right now. You want to spin it around and you want to say goodbye. Make sure you get all them letters in there. Speaking of sick, do not play with the Ouija board sick. You want to be at your most physical, healthiest. I just still wouldn't play with the sniffles. Like, oh, I'm going when I'm completely okay. So, I mean, allergy season, you might want to avoid people who are, who pollen tries to murder on a regular basis. Those people, you might want to avoid playing it in the spring. You can do it at night. I did it at night. Usually at night is where things go bump in the night. But you could do it at daytime. I see nothing wrong with the day. One thing you don't want to do is break the Ouija board. If you get scared of something, just end it, just spin it around and say goodbye, end it. And if you don't feel comfortable with it in your house, just dispose of it. How I got rid of mine is actually very weird. Like, I was in a near-death accident and the Ouija board was stuck in there, and then like where I put my car to like get it looked at by the insurance and stuff because it was totaled, it literally rained in my car, and I was just like, well, this is a good time to leave it. Peace out. But one thing I also heard from actually Haileyreese. She said never to leave the planchette on the board. And I would highly advise that, because you don't know how powerful something might be enough to move that thing on its own. You know, and you don't want it saying no type of spells, some unlocking code the Ouija board has to just open this infinite vortex for to unleash hell. I don't know. You also don't want to drop your blood on the Ouija board. Like, I've seen like people like put their blood on a Ouija board and then play. You don't want to physically bind. You're already allowing whatever to have control of your hands for that time being. You and your friends have control of your hands to move. You do not want it to have physical permission to have your blood on it. Don't do that unless you want that. Like, if you want that, good for you. Like, do your thing. Like, I've seen people do it and they're still okay today, but who knows what's going on. You good. You good. You don't need to put your blood on there. I wouldn't put my spit on there either. The fuck you mean? I wouldn't play it alone because you just never know. You just never know. I wouldn't play it alone. I would find at least one other person to play it with me. It's a trust game. It's trusting that other person won't push it. You know, especially if there's two forces and they're opposing each other. So stand on just have another friend, be on opposite sides of the board, and you know, you'll have that opposing energy, you know, like that, like you two meeting in the middle. So the third thing will be the one actually moving it, you know. Stand strong. You are a human being. That is a very powerful thing, whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, look at what the heck we have done to the world. If humans aren't powerful, then I don't know what is. Like, we basically single-handedly destroyed our own planet. Like, we're something. We're something, all right. You know, we might not be like Superman and punch, you know, buildings down, which I believe is highly possible. But, I mean, just know who you are, stand firm in your power, and if you have a core belief, if you believe in God, or you believe in Buddha, or you just believe in yourself, like, just that is enough. That's enough. That's enough. As long as you believe in that beautiful light that you can provide in this world, you're good. So I hope you guys liked that video about my experience with the Ouija board. Well, I'll see you guys next time. This is Artist Moon, and I'll see you lunatics later. Oh yeah. Oh no. Also have to do shout outs. I want to do this shout out to like YouTubers that I watch. Like, I would recommend It's Haileyreese. She is such a great paranormal channel. She's just such a beautiful soul, the queen of the fairies, and we're in her court. That's why we all watch her. And so I will watch Haileyreese. I will watch the Amateur Guru. Beautiful, does nice astrology. She's so gorgeous. I would watch Loeylane. It's Loeylane. I will also watch her. And I'll also watch andrewtmi, because those are the people that I'm watching right now. And I stay on YouTube, so I would recommend those people too to watch. And they do talk about a lot of the things that I also have talked about in this video. So go give them, you know, a little look. Support YouTubers and stuff. Thank you for watching my Ouija board experience. And like I said, if you want to play the Ouija board, that is up to you. I'm not telling you not to. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you do what you want to do. If you feel swayed to do it, do it. I hope y'all like this video. Every time you like my video, an angel gets its wings. And every time you subscribe, a fairy gets its wand. And every time you click that little notification bell, I get happy. All right, bye.